Hello everyone, hello sir and ma'am. This is Rushik Gajjar presenting this assignment of uh, marketing research. So if we start from a quick story, then it's like in July of this year, 150 people waited in line for a rental inspection in Sydney in like Parramatta. So one mother was saying, I'm not looking for luxury, just a safe place where my son can sleep without fear. So that in Sydney also, in Melbourne also, that level of rental crises are happening around all the Victoria and NSW also. So behind every number is a real person and a system that isn't working for them. Today we're gonna do a research that could happen this story and give a voice to one of those who are searching really for a house or uh, going under a rental crisis. So if we go ahead, I will request everyone to present their names and all. So team member, I'm Rushik Gachar, the presenter or writer of this whole presentation and assignment. Sujaki Upreti, who was doing all the analysis work. Hari and Sunil was doing writing and researching stuff. So like executive summary. So our study on Australia's rental crisis shows three main issues: affordability and competition, higher rents, too many inspections, and rents fighting over limited properties. So here's a picture which can show all the summary of rental crisis. So poor are getting poor and richer are getting more houses and all. Bad living conditions like mold, leaks, pest, and unsafe homes are very much a big concern for everyone. Unfair treatment for renters, tricky evictions, scams, theft, and unfair treatment based on race or background. It's like racism or other stuff. We used both the data and story from renters to show how big the problem is and how it affects people living. We suggest using personal stories along with numbers to help people understand the issues better. Working with unions, housing groups, and organizations that help migrants like us, students from India, Nepal, China, wherever we are finding house every now and then because we are not getting a right treatment from this one, or we might find a good place near our college and institute. So it really helps. Some areas really help us for our jobs too. So keeping an eye what renters are saying to shape efforts to this change. Introduction. Australia is dealing with a serious rental problem right now. Unaffordable rents, not big properties, not enough housing, and competition for availability of housing in increasing. This is making it hard for families, students, and workers to find a safe and reliable places to live. The primary aim of this report and presentation is to look into the problems faced by renters and give useful information to renters' voice in Australia so they can help space and shape policies and change public reviews for that. So task one from our assignment is data cleaning process. So how we clean the data is correctly curly quotes, apostrophes and dashes, removed all the emojis, non-ASCII characters, extra spaces and line breaks, ensured a readable and analyzable text, visual before and after example of the text. That's how we did the task one of data cleaning process. So task two, comparison of original and cleaned data. So here you can see all the rent is original data, what is rent is skyrocketing and families can't cope, and the second and that clean part is rent is skyrocketing and families can't cope. Okay, so emojis removed. uh, we had an emoji in the original data, sorry for that, but we cleaned it and put it in a separate way. A landlord's patronizing attempt. So that you can see the trademark symbol and euro symbol are there. A landlord's patronizing attempt, apostrophe fixed. Okay. So task two. So observations and analysis of these complaints. Observations recurring complaints include unaffordable rents, poor housing quality, mold pest tenants, as we talked earlier in the executive summary, that harassments, discriminations of white and black, and casteisms and overcrowding matters. So like people are renting place for like 3 BHK house and they are staying 8 9 people. That's how we are living right now because of how rental crisis it is. Hypothesis: the largest percentage of complaints in Australian rental crisis are generated more by unaffordable prices and high competition than by poor quality housing or tenant exploitation, testable with dataset themes. So task 3 is research approaches, straight to the point. Quantitative approaches, as you can see here, frequently shows how prevalence of issues. Qualitative approaches shows visual analysis and content analysis. And then quantitative approaches shows cross tabulation that reveals geographic and demographic patterns across the Melbourne or Sydney or all the states around Australia. So task 4 was core data analysis. The key quantitative findings are affordability and competition. So the ratio of its percentage is 79.2%, and the poor housing conditions are 16.2%. Policy and market issues are currently 0 and others are 4.2. That should be all. And the qualitative findings are emotional toll, anxiety, frustration, hopelessness, anger with the tenant or anyone, core pains, unaffordable rents. That's how I said earlier. It's a three. If it's a 3 BHK house, still we are staying all 7 8 people to ensure that we can afford the rent. Because per if you stay 4 people in a 4 BHK house, the rent is going to be skyrocket. It's like $600 to $800. So unmet needs are affordable supply, safe housing. Still, you can't get a safe housing around some of the areas. So task 5, as we show this image in our assignment, this image is made in AI, but this shows how poor and rich people are divided. So this image covers the dual nature of livings nowadays. The image shows luxury housing built and locked with one individual holding keys in its own hand, while some renters standing outside damaged housing properties with their luggage and bags, highlighting the inequality in today's world. The presented wire fence in this picture reveals the barriers and problems faced by renters, such as unfair bidding wars. So even with a full-time job, I feel homeless sometimes to keep up with the rent hikes. So, task 6, recommendations and strategic next steps. Media engagement. So host press conference with evidence-based search and empathy behind statistics and visuals. Soul printing storytelling. Present renter's side of the story along with soul printing quotes in all social media platforms to ensure the strength of the community. Partnership campaigns. Communicate and partner with student union, community of housing providers to show unity and equality among the community. That's how we can uh, make housing living better and renting better for students and for all other people as well. So task 7 is conclusion. This research, all the research shows the affordability rates and unaffordable housing properties in Australia in recent years. Quantitative findings show that statistics and number along with number of complaints, while qualitative report reveals empathy and emotional tolls of renters. The divided housing image picture 3, the picture 3 which we gave in the assignment and the presentation as well, shows the difference between luxury housing properties and essential housing along with effective recommendations and strategic solutions include soul printing quotes, human storytelling, etc., which evidence to strengthen the bonds between community and the ensure fair opportunities for Australians and all living from outside and all the students as well. Thank you so much. Here was the presentation I presented. I hope did you like it. Sorry for the if I have done anything wrong. Thank you.